Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with a follow-up video for you guys. This is my Sig1911 back from the factory. I already opened it up and took it to the range, but I wanted to put it back how it was when I received it so that you guys could see how Sig sends it back. To preface this, before I go any further, dealing with Sig customer service was very easy. The guy was very nice, very polite. I was literally on the phone with him like 3 minutes or less than 3 minutes. And he emailed me out a prepaid shipping label, obviously, insured and all that good stuff. So, you know, it was good to go. So no complaints there. They had my gun for just under 2 weeks. So just under 2 weeks. I mailed it on a Monday. I got it back the following week on the Friday. So about a week in, 4 days, a week and 5 days, somewhere in there. Anyway, so when you open it up, the box, okay, this was laying right on top. Basically just says what the gun is, all that good stuff. So anyway, that's just sort of like an invoice, so to speak. Okay, let me get the gun out for you guys. There was nothing else. Nothing else in the box. Set that to the side. All right, like I said, I did already take this out into the range, but I put it back exactly how it came from Sig. So, just so I could show you guys. So, let me get this right on top. Fold that back so you guys can't see my personal information. Anyway, so up here it says customer claims the pistol ejects in his face, failure to feed, early lock back with rounds in the mag. And that's exactly what I told the customer service representative. I also asked him if I needed to put a note in the box so that when the gunsmith opened it up, he would have a note from me saying what was happening. And the guy said I didn't have to, but I could if I wanted to, so I did. Whether or not it helped or not, I don't know. But anyway, blah, 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 status completed. Okay, here we go. Let's see, gunsmith comments. Now pay attention here. Installed a long ejector to correct ejection pattern. Test fired 40 American Eagle full metal jackets and 40 Federal jacketed hollow points with no malfunctions. So that's 80 rounds total. Now, if they did that, which I'm guessing they did, I don't think they used my magazines, and I'm going to tell you why. They give you this crap again. I don't know why. That's because of some politician, I guarantee it. Anyway, I guess they put this in here to prove that this is the ammo that they shot. So Federal Premium, these are the hollow points. And then there's the full metal jackets. American Eagle, so just a part of the box that they shot it from. This is exactly how I got it back with the chamber indicator thing in the plastic bag. Okay, real quick on the mags. So it says, no malfunctions, 80 rounds, right? So I get the mags back, or I get my gun back, and I notice that they're the same mags. I don't know if you guys can see that, where I've marked the mag. Number 1. Okay, so it's the same mags. I've seen many videos on YouTube. I have a friend who has a Sig Carry Scorpion, which is basically the same gun, just mine's the stainless, his is the Scorpion finish. And a lot of people are having the same problems with these Sig factory mags, failure to feeds. I tell them I have a failure to feed. I would have liked them to replace my mags. I don't see how he got through 80 rounds, 40 full metal jacket, and 40 jacketed hollow points with no failure to feeds. My second mag here, the first mag back from the factory. So I went 8 rounds through mag number 1, and then I'm in the second mag, and I had a failure to feed on the last round of this mag. So I don't think they used my mags. Now, with that said, I fired 60 rounds through this gun since I've gotten back from the factory, and that is the only issue I had, was one failure to feed, and it was from this mag, and it was on the last round of the mag. I think I'm done with these mags. I think I'm just going to go buy Wilson Combat mags. That's what I've heard other people do. I've had people tell me to do that. But I was hoping that Sig would at least, you know, replace the daggone mags. I wasn't looking for free stuff. I didn't want these mags back with 2 new mags. I just wanted them to replace these like they did for my buddy. Literally. He sent his mags in and they sent him 2 new mags because he was having failure to feed issues. Anyway, that just sort of irks me. So there's that. All right, let's get this thing out of here. Like I said, this is how it came in this plastic bag. Oh, also something else. It came clean. So if they did shoot it, the 40 rounds and 40 rounds, so what, 80 rounds total, it came back clean. So they must have cleaned my gun, which is nice. And I know that because I sent my gun to them clean. So if they were going to shoot 80 rounds through it, obviously it would not be clean. There would be carbon buildup and so forth and so on. But anyway, here, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me lock this back, and then we're going to go over some stuff that you guys might find interesting. Or at least I found interesting. Okay. So, notice back on the gunsmith comments. Installed a long ejector to correct ejection problem. All right, here's the problem with that. This ejector is the same ejector. They didn't change it. It's the same ejector. What they did install or change is a different slide stop. And it's a long slide stop. How do we know this? Because right there it overlaps. You guys see that right there? It overlaps. So this is an upgraded part in a aftermarket. I don't know if it's aftermarket. It's just an upgraded SIG part. Now I will say this slide stop is a lot nicer than the previous slide stop that was on here. But here's my question. 2 questions. Number 1, if a so-called long ejector corrects the ejection problem, why not send that with the gun from the factory to start with, instead of having people send back the gun because it has a problem? Second thing, the gunsmith says long ejector to correct ejection problem. Okay, there's no such thing as a long ejector, okay? It's just an ejector. This is an external ejector on a 1911. Some have internal ejectors, but it's just an ejector. It's not a long ejector. There's no special stuff going on in there. What is long or extended, as the gunsmith says long, is the slide stop, as you guys see right here. You guys can watch some of my previous videos and see the difference in these slide stops. I like this one a lot better. Now, granted, I got an upgraded part out of it, but a gunsmith who says he installed a long ejector, and obviously if he installed this, he would have noted in the gunsmith comments that he changed my slide stop. But he didn't mention that. He mentioned an ejector. So my conclusion is he did not replace my ejector to correct ejection pattern with a long ejector. Like I said, there's no such thing as a long ejector to my knowledge. What he did was replace my slide stop with a long slide stop. Now, call me stupid, but if a gunsmith doesn't know the difference between a slide stop and an ejector, that doesn't give me much hope in sending a $1,000 gun or even buying a $1,000 gun. With that said, I still love SIGs. Don't get me wrong. I just, you know, when you pay $1,000 for a gun and the gunsmith doesn't even know what the hell a slide stop is, and they call it a long ejector, you know, sort of irks you. And they can't even give you the new mags because you still have failure to feeds. Like I said, I think at the factory they used their mags. I don't think they used my mags. Anyway, so yeah, so it's back from the factory. I don't think I'm gonna send it back. Like I said, it ran flawlessly. I videoed all my shooting, and the ejection seemed like it was doing better. There was still a little bit of erratic ejection. I would say 95% of all of them went how they should. back and to the right. And then every now and then, like one of them would go sort of, instead of at a 45-degree angle, it would go like at a 15 or 20-degree angle. Just enough, but it didn't hit me. It didn't hit my head. It didn't bounce off my ear. It didn't do any of those things. So anyway, if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them below. If you have dealt with these issues before, if you have a Sig1911, you know, comment, let me know in the comments below. Oh, one more thing while I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you guys can pick it up. Okay, on my trigger right there, you guys see that? It didn't look like that before I sent it off. That's all I'm saying. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I did not have the 1911 scratch right there. Or right there. Before I sent it back. So, anyway, looks like they scratched my gun up a little bit. Anyway, like I said, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. Let me know. And as we get into it, as I fire more rounds through this, I'll do updates for you guys just to let you know how it's going. All right, guys. Bye.